How many gallons of water on that lake? Well, that will not be a surprise for me anymore. 9.2 trillions of gallons of water equals 34.96 trillions of liters of water. If you are from Pennsylvania, you can tell everybody there that there is 28.5 millions of acre feet of water, enough to cover Connecticut with 10 feet high. The size of the lake is twice of Rhode Island. Those one with the pin of the left side, before I exit and I go to exit just less than a quarter of a mile. On the left, you're going to be looking at the Hoover Dam Lodge, and that is where you're going to be having your lunch later on after the dam. So I'm going to give you time there for your food or your lunch. Meanwhile, I'm driving back the
were introduced to inspect every vehicle that crossed the dam. As you can imagine, this caused even more delays and frustration for truckers, commuters, and visitors. So after being in the plan for a long time, the bridge project was given the go-ahead and the bypass was created, allowing non-sightseeing traffic to avoid the dam completely. The bridge project is almost as amazing as the dam. A concrete arch spans the 1,900-foot gap across the canyon, and it sits 840 feet above the Colorado River. You might find yourself saying, wow. It used to be common that by this point in the road we'd be sitting in a queue and crawling towards the dam. Now you can understand why the bypass bridge was needed. By allowing non-sightseeing traffic to simply skip driving the dam completely, things have sped up significantly for traffic. And it's a better experience for visitors like us, since we get to the dam faster.
And this is Black Canyon, the deepest and narrow part of the Colorado River.
No, I drive right. Look at that dry bridge up there.
Take a good look. Take a good look right there on the right. You want me to get closer? Okay, so for you not to get any mistake, I want you to look straight ahead toward the rocks over there, where you see the car with the black car over there moving now. Okay, can you see over there some palm tree by the rocks? Look at the palm tree, because that is your way to go to the visitor center. Right there next to those palm trees, there is an electric escalator that will take you all the way down there.
We had an upper coffer dam. Its purpose was to keep the river from flowing into the work area and to push the water into the diversion tunnels. We also had a lower coffer dam. Its purpose was just to keep the river from flowing back up into the work area. Now once they did have that work area drained of water, they started digging down to bedrock. Once they were down to bedrock, they started bringing in the concrete for the Hoover Dam. Now they brought brought those buckets in every 78 seconds, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 2 years. Now during the project, which was a total of 5 years, the workers only had 2 days off per year, Christmas and the 4th of July. Now those days were optional. If you wanted to work them, you could. Though if you didn't, you did not receive holiday pay. Not like today. Now once they had the Hoover Dam finished, they shut off 3 of the 4 diversion tunnels to start filling up Lake Mead. They left that 4th tunnel open to let some water flow down the Colorado River. But while they were waiting for the lake to fill up, they worked on the intake towers. There are 4 of them. 2 of them on the Arizona side, 2 of them on the Nevada side. Now these intake towers are still out there on Lake Mead. They look like giant salt and pepper shakers. But they're 395 feet high. They have 2 gate openings located on the flow water flow inside. So the way water flows through the system today, it goes from Lake Mead into the intake tower straight down to these 4 penstock pipes. Now, penstock pipe is just another name for really big water pipe. And these water pipes can carry around 96,000 gallons of water per second down that pipe. That's enough water to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in just 7 seconds. And right now, you all are standing above one of those pipes. We're actually right here on this map, standing inside of the 50-foot diversion tunnel, but on top of that 30-foot penstock pipe. So the water comes down that pipe, and then these smaller penstock pipes carrying the water to each of the generators, where it turns the turbines, creating the electricity before continuing on down the Colorado River. Now the upper coffer dam is still there, located underneath Lake Mead by about 300 feet. The lower coffer dam, the workers had a little bit of fun and blasted that away with dynamite to let the river flow more freely downstream. The last thing I'd like to talk about is our spillway system. They took the 2 outer diversion tunnels, switched it over to spillway tunnels for times of flood. In the history of the Hoover Dam, they haven't used twice. Once 1941 for a test to make sure that system would work. That's a good thing it did, because in 1983 we did have a flood. Right here's a picture of that flood. Right here's the Nevada spillway. This one right here with the Hoover Dam in the background. Now the water went over our spillways a total of 63 days in a row that year. Actually, the amount of water going over just one of our spillways was equivalent to the amount that goes over Niagara Falls. So for that 2-month period, we pretty much had 2 Niagara Falls here on site. But in no time did the water ever go over the top of the Hoover Dam. If any of you are ever here and you see that happening, take lots of pictures and then run for your life. But it should never happen. These spillways are placed 27 feet below the top of the dam. That way if the water does start to get that high, it go over the spillways and around and not over the top of the dam. Taking out all the people walking across the top of it, the cars driving across, and the power plant on the other side. Which we're going to head to the second portion of our tour. We'll be right here on the balcony.
Arizona side has 1 extra generator than we have over here. So we have 8 commercial generators on this side. There are 9 commercial generators on the Arizona side, for a total of 17 of these large commercial generators. Now each one of these generators is 7 stories tall. You can only see the top half of the generator. The rest of it extends down through the floor into another room. Each one of these generators will spin at 180 RPMs, or rounds per minute, producing up to 130 megawatts of electricity. Now you can tell the generators producing that electricity by the light on top of it. If the light is turned on, it means that generator is in operation at that moment in time. Now we do have another type of generator here at the Hoover Dam. It's our Pelton water wheel generator. It's located right down below us. It's half embedded into the floor. Now that Pelton water wheel can produce around 2.4 megawatts of power, but it's very important to us here at the see it hanging off of one of our two P&H bridge cranes. The second bridge crane is further down in the room. Now these are the original bridge cranes that were built here with the power plant. They can move the length of this room on its tracks, and they're used for lifting heavy equipment and maintenance of our generators. Each crane can lift 300 tons. Now to put that into perspective, just one of our cranes would be able to lift the Statue of Liberty at Ellis Island. That comes in at 225 tons. We'd be able to lift that statue no problem. What we do have problems with is some of the equipment we have here more than that, which is why we do have two of those cranes. When working together, they'll create a super crane. They can lift 600 tons, which is just enough to be able to lift the rotor, which is a single piece of each one of these larger generators, and comes in at around 570 tons. Now, if you look down at your feet, you'll see our terrazzo marble floor. It was put in place in 1937 by the Martina family. Also on the floor, we do have a couple of symbols. We have a diamond-shaped one over here next to me. It's to represent power. In the center, there's the electrical outlet or toaster. The circular bar behind the recipe on the floor in front of the benches is supposed to show the movement of the water. It has a water wheel on that center with water swirling around it. The one last thing I'd like to talk about before we do head back towards the elevators is the Hoover Dam itself. Now the Hoover Dam stands 726 feet high. At its base, it is 660 feet thick. That is thick enough to put two American-sized football fields end to end and still have some room left over. But that still leaves, where is the dam? Well, if you turn around and look behind you at this large concrete wall, that's not the dam. That's just a large concrete wall. But right on the
It's recording.
Teraz, żeby to zobaczyć, będąc w San Francisco, to jak przyjedziesz? Musisz kawał drogi zrobić. Albo samolotu. Chodźcie na drugą stronę do centrum. Time to kill, waiting for a stupid tour, you know. All good. I'm sorry.
Mhm. It's a hottie.
It's a height.
Yeah. Shows you how much the water's dropped.
What should we say? Remember what it was 2 months
Yeah.
We're in Arizona time.
Yeah.
Get across the border and be like, oh, I can't deal with this jet lag. Time differences.
In Arizona time. Arizona time.
Lovely day.
Hot. There's your tunnels up
Did you
there.
see that before on that? It's really like light. It's hard to see.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
After it exits the turbines, the water flows back into the river some 500 feet below where it starts to
I don't know. Or is the middle of this the
I think it's here, you know.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
It is.
Look, I'm touching 2 states in one go.
Hey, it's like I'm in Nevada. I'm in Arizona. so we've just left Arizona. Now we're in Nevada. The jet lag's killed us.
Oh my god, I said that.
We're in Nevada time now. It was night time a second ago.
which has become the North Star for thousands of years into the future. The igneous rock that the Wayne figures of the Republic rest upon is called black diorite. Like all the building materials used in the construction of the dam, this rock came from then 48 states. More precisely, it came from a location named Santa Ana, California.
Go off it and fall back.
The winged figures are made of statuary bronze, castings
I love his big toe.
30 feet tall, weigh over 4 tons, and were the largest monumental bronzes ever cast in the United States.
Look it. Zack.
The artist said the building of Hoover Dam belongs to the sagas of the dairy. The sculptor, therefore, gave the winged bronzes which guard the flag
Yeah, or both of
looking
them.
eagles. He also gave them the vital upward thrust, an aspirational gesture, to to symbolize the readiness for defense of our institutions and keeping of our spiritual eagles, ever ready to be on the wing. Represent the 13 original states, with a blue bar uniting the shield and representing Congress. One is inscribed on the scroll held in the eagle's beak and refers to the eagle without any other support.